Yo, God bless everyone. This is your boy, B-Boy Indio, representing Six Step Before the Lord and Dynamic Rockers. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to build spiritual discipline with time management. One of the most important things that I've learned in building the discipline in praying was that I didn't have to indulge myself in God's presence and stay there for like 5-10 hours, because a lot of my mentors, they would pray for long periods of time. When I first got saved, my mental capacity to stay focused was not good at all. But the thing I've learned very quickly was that the same way you build muscle, the same way you learn a dance move, the same way you learn anything else is the way you build focus here. You have to start flexing this muscle. And when I first got saved, one of the hardest things for me to do was read. I only read one book before I got saved. That was Fahrenheit 451, and I believe I was in 11th grade. And the next book I read was the book of John in the Bible, and that was when I was 19 years old. An actual physical book that I've read. So between the age 0 to 19, I only read 2 books on my own accord, and anything else that I've read was bits and pieces, just in order for me to pass the test. So what I decided to do was, because I didn't have the discipline to sit there and read for long periods of time, I said, you know what? Let me break this down into small chunks. So what I decided to do was take the Bible, and I said, you know what? I'm going to read 1 chapter a day. And once I read that 1 chapter, I'm done. And in the beginning, it started off well, but in Genesis, some of those chapters are really long, and I would get winded and short-winded. So I was like, you know what? Let me read for 5 minutes. So I would set a timer, and once that timer rang, I would stop and I'll move forward and I'll pray. God, put the desire in my heart to seek after you. Put the desire in my heart to learn from you and of you from your word. Over time, me doing that, I was able to build a discipline to get in his word daily. I did the same thing for prayer. I would set a timer in my room by myself. I would worship the Lord. I love standing and clapping my hands, raising my hands in the air to give God glory. But I would get short-winded, ADD moment, unfocused. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do the same principle. I took a timer and I put 5 minutes. And I would set my timer for 5 minutes. And the minute that timer rang, I would stop. And I said, Lord, I came into your presence with the measure of faith that I have, and I pray that you would allow me to get closer to you in these 5 minutes. What ended up happening was, over a period of time, those 5 minutes turned to 7 minutes, to 9 minutes, to 12 minutes, to hour, to 3 hours, to 4 hours. I would stay in God's presence. Now, mind you, when I first got saved, I was a full-time performer. So I was able to get up 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and literally pray for 3 hours, and that wouldn't hurt my day. That wouldn't hurt my pockets. Today, I wouldn't be able to do that. Maybe on a weekend, I can do that, but it's a lot. I have a really different lifestyle today. I do recommend that you enter into God's presence on a regular basis, because it's something we need to do. It's building a relationship with the living person. God is not this figurative thing that we speak about, the universe, this woo force. God is a person. He talks about himself as a person, and we must build our relationship with him as a person. God called Abraham his friend, and we are friends of God. And to build a relationship, you have to spend time with somebody. Just imagine saying, man, I wonder why I don't have a relationship with this person. One of the biggest things, because you don't spend time with them. So as you get into your spiritual disciplines to getting closer with God, try that practice. Take a timer. If it's really, really short and you really struggle because your mind is captive in a whole bunch of stuff, set the timer for 1 minute, bro. And you're like, all right, dog, I can do more. Does that make sense? Do it, man. Push forward. Honor God. Seek his face. God wants us to seek after him. And if you put this discipline towards him, he would honor you and bless you for your efforts. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This is B-Boy Indio, Six Steps Before the Lord and Dynamic Rockers. Take care and be blessed. Peace.